Hey y'all, Kingdom Talks for Cameron here. So, God has been speaking a lot about chain. He's been speaking a lot about generational chain that's getting ready to be broken. And He reminded me of a chain that's linked together, right? And He been saying, you ran into your family long enough. Some of this stuff that's been in your family from generation to generation, it stops with you. And he was also saying the reason why it stops with you is because you are the generational chain breaker. He was saying it stops with you. This stuff has been linked to your family long enough. And he was saying to me about chains being linked together and how you came to break the chain. How you came to break the chain of poverty. Come on now. Break the chain of lack. Break the chain of doubt. Break the chain of confusion. Break the chain of not having enough. Some of y'all breaking the chain of homelessness. Some of y'all breaking the chain of being without some stuff. Some of y'all breaking the chain of just lack. And he was speaking to me about that. And he was saying, you was in your family, you are in your family to break the generational chain. You're in your family to break the generational chain of lack so that they can know that you came so that they can have a better life. Some of these generational curses ran into your family long enough, and he said you came to fix it. You came to be a solution in your family and not a problem in your family. You came to be a solution in your family, but not a problem. You came to see all the confusion, all the hell, all the turmoil that's going on so that you can come and break the chain. He said, just as it was with Joseph, when Joseph was in the pit, when they threw Joseph in the pit, and his brothers had threw him in the pit. His brothers didn't know that he came to break the chain. See, it's always, God always uses somebody to break the chain. What was going on in Joseph's family, Joseph came to break the chain of lack. He came to break the chain in his family so that his family can know who God really is, so that his family can know who God truly is. And it's happening with your family. He said you came to break the chain so that God can really use you in this season of your life. Your family may not like God using you the way that he using you, but he using you because you came to break generational curses. You came to break the chain. Whether that generational curse may be yelling, arguing, screaming, fighting, cussing, whatever it may be. Not judging. You came to break the chain. No wonder you was born different. No wonder you was born different from everybody else. No wonder you ran different from the crowd because you came to break the chain. No wonder you sit by yourself at school sometimes. No wonder you sit by yourself in class sometimes. No wonder you came to break the chain. You came to break the chain of confusion. You came to figure out what was going on in this world so that you can break the chain. Not only in your family, but around you, in your community. You came to figure out what was going on in the world. You came to figure out what was going on around you so that you could break the chain of lack in the world, so that you could break the chain of not having enough in the world, so that you can feed the homeless, come on now, so that you can do things exceedingly and abundantly. You came to break the chain. But you also, even though you came to break the chain, God also revealed to me, you got to get some of that stinking thinking out of your mind. You got to get almost the world out of your mind. You have to transform into a new person. I'm reminded of the movie Transformer when they was a car, okay? When they was driving in their car, but then their car turned into a superhero. Come on now, that's what I'm reminded of. And God said it's the same with you. They didn't know you was a superhero. Come on now. They didn't know you was God's special kept secret. They didn't know that you was God's special kept one. He said you came to break the chain in your family, and your family didn't even know what you came to do. God said, I know what you came to do, but your family not going to understand. Your family not going to receive who you are and whose you are. But God know who you are and whose you are. It is not their fault that you came to break the chain. God sent you as a Joseph. Come on now. God sent you as a Joshua in your family. Some of y'all, God sent y'all as a Mary in your family. Some of y'all, God sent y'all as a David in your family. That's because you came to break the chain. And you wonder why all this stuff going on in the world. And you look at the world different from everybody else. It's because you came to figure out what was going on in the world. You came to figure out how can you solve a problem. You came to figure out how you can be a solution instead of a problem. You came to figure out how you can be a solution and how you can fix the world, how you can fix your family. Come on now, how you can fix generational curses that's going on in your family. No wonder you're quiet all the time. You came to break the chain. You be trying to figure out how to do this, how to do that, how to make the world better. Come on now, how to break the chain in your family. How to do this and how to do that. God revealed to me, he said, you are a chain breaker in this season. You are the person that's going to break the chain in your family. You are the person that's going to break the chain of lack, of not having enough in your family, of government assistance. Come on now, living on child welfare, living on food stamps, whatever it may be. Your family didn't know you were the one that's going to break the chain and going to get them to the promised land. Come on now, you're going to get them to the promised land that God has for them. But in order for you to do that, God said, I have to start with you. God said you are a Joseph in the family. Come on now. You are a David in the family. You are a peculiar person. No wonder people called you weird in your family. Come on now. No wonder people called you misplaced or miss out of order or just misunderstood in your family. That's because you are the David in your family. Come on now. You the Joseph. You the Mary. You the Job. Come on now. In your family. And so you came to break the chain. Sometimes it seemed hard. That's what God revealed to me. He said sometimes it seemed hard to be the only one in your family that's breaking the chain. To be the only one in your family that's just a little bit different from everybody else. But he said that's all right because I knew you and I knew who you were. And when I created you, I knew that you were going to be a chain breaker. Come on now. I knew that you was going to be a generational curse breaker. I knew that you was going to be a person of value. He said, but you have to give value to be a person of value. I remember I created a YouTube video one time said, give value. Y'all go back. If y'all haven't seen that video, go back and listen to that video and listen to that message. God was saying, give value. Come on now. You're going to be a person of value. You're going to be a resource for your family. You're going to be a resource for the people around you. Come on now. You're going to be a resource for your community. God said he want to use you exceedingly and abundantly. He want to use you in this season. But see, you got to be ready to be a person of value. You got to be ready to be a chain breaker in this season. You got to be ready to let go of all that stuff in this season. When you are a chain breaker, you realize, okay, is this working for me? And it's not a failure, but it's a lesson that you're having to be taught. Come on now. And out of that lesson turns into a blessing. Come on now. You are the chain breaker in your family. It is not your fault that you grew up the way you grew up. It is not your fault that you grew up in poverty. Come on now, you grew up in lack. You grew up in all this confusion, all this stuff going on. It is not your fault that you grew up like that. Your parents didn't have the knowledge. Your parents didn't have the knowledge. So don't go blaming nobody for not having the knowledge. Only thing you can do in this time now that you living in is you can seek the knowledge. You can get the knowledge, and then you can teach it to your kids. Come on now. You can teach it to your kids, and you can understand value. And your kids gonna understand value, and they gonna understand their worth. Come on now. You a chain breaker. You a leader. You were born to be a leader. You was born into sin, but you was born to stand out. You was born to be a chain breaker in this season. You was born to be a leader. You was born for this. I'm reminded of the movie Transformers, y'all. And I think I got to go back and watch it. But I'm reminded of the movie Transformers. I'm reminded of the movie Transformers. When the cars turned into a superhero. See, you have to understand something. See, you are naturally God's very high form of creation. You are naturally God's superhero. People don't know it because maybe you're quiet all the time, or maybe you're shy, or maybe you're not the loudest one in the room. Ooh, maybe you the one that's calm, cool, and collected. Maybe you are the one that's chill, all the time. They don't get in no mess. That's because you the chosen one. You are God's highest form of creation. Really, we all are God's highest form of creation. We just got to tap into it. You are the chain breaker. That's what you are. So don't go blaming people. Don't go blaming people about nothing that you've been through in life. Forgive those people and love on those people from a distance. Love on those people in the spirit. Come on now, because you know that you are a chain breaker. You know that you are a leader. You were called to be a leader. You was called to dominate. You was called to subdue. You was called for this. Come on now, this ain't nothing that you done cooked up, like they say. This ain't nothing you done cooked up or nothing you done served up. But you was called to get your transformation in this season. Come on now, you was called for this. You was called to be a leader. You was called to be a chosen one. You was called to be a chain breaker in your family and for your generation and for your people. You was called for that. No wonder people talked about you when you was younger. No wonder people laughed at you. No wonder people called you awkward. No wonder people called you weird. Come on now, you was born to be a leader. You got a champion on the inside of you. You was born into this. You have value on the inside of you. That's why you a chain breaker. That's why this stuff ran into your family long enough until it ran into you. You are a chain breaker. And I hear the Lord say, those chains that your family have sewn for generations and generations, they getting ready to be broke. They getting ready to be broke. And when they break, it's like when they break, you going to hear them in the spirit. You going to hear them, and you ain't going to act like everybody else. You ain't going to talk like everybody else. You ain't going to walk like everybody else in your family. But you going to stand up for righteousness in this season. Come on now. You going to stand up for righteousness because you know that's the right thing to do. You going to stand out like a sore thumb in your family. Even if they look at you crazy. That's all right. You must be about your Father's business in this season. That's why you are a chain breaker for your generation and for your family. A chain breaker. No matter what your mama did, no matter what your daddy did, it don't matter what your brother did, your cousin did, your uncle did, your sister did, your auntie did. It don't matter about what your daddy did, your stepdaddy did. It don't matter about none of that stuff. You are a chain breaker. God sent you in the world for you to stand out of the world. God sent you in the world for you not to blend into this general public. but for you to be camouflaged, for you to be camouflaged up, and for you to activate your superpower. Come on now. For you to heal people in the land, for you to be saved, and for you to save other people that's going the wrong way. Come on now, for you to save other people that's coming up behind you. You are not only a generational chain breaker, but you are the chosen one. That's why the warfare was great. That's why when all hell broke loose, you stood out like a sore thumb and you was able to be calm. You was able to be cool, calm, and collected. You was able to gather your thoughts when all that hell around you was breaking through. That's because you are a chain breaker off of your family and for your generation. A generational change breaker. Come on now. Generational chain breaker off of your family. Since Kingdom Talks with Cameron here, y'all, I will catch y'all in the next episode. If y'all have not liked my YouTube video, go like my YouTube video. I'm going to put this on YouTube. If y'all have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, go subscribe at the Kingdom Life with Cameron. If y'all have not followed me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram at the Kingdom Life with Cameron. If y'all have not followed me on TikTok, follow me on TikTok at the Kingdom Life with Cameron. If y'all have not shopped for my new merch is out today. It's called the Kingdom Collection by Cameron. Go shop my merch. I'm gonna put that link in the description below. I'm gonna also put my YouTube channel link in the description below. Y'all, we're doing something new in this season. We're doing something and we're giving value in this season. Value shall be your portion in this season. Generational curse breaking shall be your portion. Thank y'all for listening to me. I appreciate everybody that is listening to me. I appreciate every subscriber that's on YouTube. I appreciate every new subscriber that's coming in. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Y'all make sure to tune into the next episode of Kingdom Talks with Cameron, because we doing generational curse breaking in this season. We are chain breakers in this season. I'll check in with y'all later on.